King had grown up. King was here for a second time now. He was there on the side of the street, looking out at the stepping shoes he always noticed. And he told us not to notice, but he lost it. While he was older now, King would stand there and look. He would look at the shoes, repeating everything over and over, again and again. It came on Channel 2. There was news footage, all fuzzy and static. You could hear the reporter's voice mentioning King's refusals to leave the street. One step to the left would kill him. One step forward, he'd fall. One step backwards, he could trip or be eaten. The ground would shock his back, and he would surely perish. One step to the right, and King would never be able to go back. So he remained in the same step he took when he was looking across the street at the shoes, at the walking, noticing, pretending not to notice, telling others they must not do as he does. Being like this left King feeling alone. But he continued to stand there. 4 days later, the TV turned on again. Channel 2 had a glamorous display. The reporter attempted to then question King, for he still did not move 1 inch. What does King do with all of his time? How does King exist like this? What makes King stay so still? With all these questions, King only replied with, "I am King. I do not know. I am just this. This takes over, and sometimes it is not me, and other times it is. Right now, I'm just here." The reporter looked to the camera, her eyes glazed over with confused pictures. Her mouth drew open to say something, but she had not replied. She only repeated herself. What does King do with all of his time? How does King exist like this? What makes King stay so still? King looked across the street as he would and replied, "King does not like most people. He only understands them. Watching from this one step is good. It lets me be. It lets me be King. I feel to watch them in their moments and steps. Wishing King could be this free and roam as others do." They hop over street cracks and small broken glass and empty bags and candy wrappers, and they walk over little bottle caps and leftover flowers. They walk past me so many times in the same spot, the same people with the same looks. It lets me be here. It lets me be. King looked again out across the street. So much to let him be standing right there. The TV reporter noticed that King began to breathe deeply, his chest opening and then falling back down, sinking almost to the dirt that dripped underneath the concrete palace. She looked at the camera and motioned to what King was looking at. She got up and left. King remained. He knew that there would be none left and that this was the only interest. King wanted so badly to be these people. Looking around him day and night, he wanted so much to be them. He wanted to understand. There was nothing short of the little story King had wanted to tell everyone, questioning their judgments and their looks. He wanted everyone to answer in their own ways. What had made them so what they are? If it made sense, it would be left behind and not only there for King to see in the steps, in the swaying. He was studying as he stood on that street, stuck. He was studying to understand the freeness that folded around the corners of the steps and the puddles, and the little flowers peeking off the sides of drains and empty little milk cartons wanting to be picked up and thrown away. But they are stepped on, past, and over, and nothing could be done until days passed, and the cartons look as though they had been melted. Why did they let them get like this? All the trash over the days and days would wash away. Nothing more to speak about. It was how he was, and could not change. No one would approach King in uplifting ways. Why was everyone so scared? He questioned the air and waved his hands up. There was no answer. King felt people were scared of him. They were opening up little boxes over to see more. As King grew, he began to feel the same days were all around him. He grew to only have one day where he could advance his walks to more than around the corner or after lunchtime. One day for King. But he was King. He was all right. He deserved more than one day. But he never felt as though he got a break. No breaks, only walks that grab and scratch his body. Walks where breaks and standing. And standing there, stuck, meant more than a break. It was a homage to lying.